All right, guys. Yeah, so we got Genesis 43, 44, and 45 today. Uh, I always like this one because it's like reuniting, you know, uh, Joseph with his brothers, It's good. And the famine was sore in the land. And it came to pass when they had eaten up the corn which they had brought out of Egypt, their father said unto them, Go again, buy us a little food. Kind of just blows me away that they didn't go straight away, get their brother, and then go back to Egypt to get their other brother who was still down there. No. Well, they stayed there till their food was gone. And Judah spoke unto him, saying, that the man did solemnly protest unto us, and said, Ye shall not see my face, except your brother be with you. If you send our brother with us, we will go down and buy thee food. But if thou wilt not send him, we will not go down. For the man said unto us, Ye shall not see my face, except for your brother be with you. And Israel said, Therefore dealt ye so ill with me, as to tell the man whether ye had a brother? Why'd you tell him you had a brother? And they said, The man asked us straitly of our state and of our kindred, saying, Is your father yet alive? Have ye another brother? And have we told him according to the tenor of these words, which we certainly know that he would say, Bring your brother down? They had no idea that Joseph knew exactly who they all were. And Judah said unto Israel, his father, Send the lad with me, and we will arise and go, that we may live and not die, both we and thou, and also our little ones. I will be of surety of him, for my hand thou wilt require him. If I bring him not unto thee, set him before thee, and let me bear the blame forever. For except we had lingered, surely now we had returned the second time. And their father Israel said unto them, If it must be, so now do. Take the best of the fruits of the land in your vessels, carry down the man a present, a little balm, a little honey, spice, myrrh, nuts, and almonds. Take double money in your hand, and the money that was brought again in the mouth of your sacks, carry it again in your hand, for peradventure it was an oversight. Take also your brother and arise and go into the man. And, hold on, let me get something at the door. Bring double the money and a present. And he took the men's present and doubled the money in their hand and Benjamin. And he rose up and went down to Egypt and stood before Joseph. And Joseph saw Benjamin with them. And he said to the ruler of the house, Bring these men home and slay, and make ready these men and shall dine with me at noon. And the man did as Joseph bade. And the man brought the men into Joseph's house. And the men were afraid because they were brought into Joseph's house. And they said, Because of the money that was returned in our sacks for the first time, we are brought in, that he may seek occasion against us, and fall upon us, and take us for the bondmen of our asses. And it came near to the steward of Joseph's house, and they communed with him at the door of the house, and said, O sir, we came in down, indeed, at the first time to buy food. And it came to pass when we came to the inn that we opened our sacks, and behold, every man's money was in the mouth of his sack, and our money was in full weight, and we have brought it again in our hand. So they knew the deal. Okay, so they wanted to make that right. And the other money we have brought down in our hands to buy food we cannot tell, but put our money in our sacks. And he said, Peace be to you, fear not. Your God and the God of your father hath given you treasure in your sacks. And I had money, and he brought them Simeon out to them. So they get their brother back. And the man brought the men into Joseph's house and gave them water and washed their feet, and he gave their asses provender. So he fed their animals too, and made ready the present against Joseph at noon, for they heard that they should eat bread there. And when Joseph came home, they brought him the present which was in their hand unto their house, and bowed themselves to him to the earth. Prophecy fulfilled. And he asked them of their welfare, and he said, "Is your father well, the old man whom you speak? Is he yet alive?" And they answered, "Thy servant, thy father is in good health. He is yet alive." And they bowed down their heads and made obedience. And he lifted up his eyes, and he saw his brother Benjamin and his mother's son, and he said, Is this your younger brother whom you spoke unto me? And they said, God be gracious unto thee, my son. And Joseph made haste for his bowels, did yearn upon his brother, whom he sought to weep. And he entered into his chamber and wept there. He saw his actual brother. Because his other brothers are from the other wives that we just heard about. Okay, so he washed his face and he went out and refrained himself, and he set on bread, and they set on him for themselves and by themselves, and for the Egyptians which did eat by themselves, because the Egyptians might not eat bread with the Hebrews, for it is an abomination unto the Egyptians. And they sat before him, the firstborn according to his birthright, and the youngest according to his youth. And the men marveled at one another. And he took and he set the messes unto them from before him. And Benjamin's mess was 5 times as much as theirs. And they drank and were merry with him. Right on. Hey, Amber, how are you? Right on. Have you read with me before? I'm right at chapter 44. Okay, chapter 44, Genesis, verse 1. And he commanded the stewards of his house, saying, Fill the men's sacks with food, as much as they can carry. Put every man's money in the sack's mouth, and put my cup, the silver cup, in the sack of the mouth of the youngest, and his corn and money. And he did according to the word that Joseph had spoken. As soon as the morning light, the men were sent away, and their asses. And when they were gone out of the city, not yet far off, Joseph said unto the steward, Follow up after the men, and wouldst thou overtake them, and say unto them, Therefore they have rewarded evil for good. And Jaka, how you doing, man? Yeah. So I'm glad a couple people are joining me today. Okay, this is verse 5, 44 verse 5. Is it not in which my Lord drinketh, and thereby indeed divineth? Ye have not done evil in so doing. And he overtook them, and he spake unto them the same words. And he said unto them, Wherefore thou, my Lord, these words? God forbid that thy servant should do according to this thing. Behold, the money in which we found in your sack, the mouse, we brought them unto the land of Canaan, and how they should steal out of the Lord's house silver or gold. With whomever of thy servant it be found, both him let him die, and we will also be my Lord's bondmen. And he said, Now let it also be according to your words. Whom is found shall be my servant, and ye shall be blameless. And they speedily took down every man his sack to the ground, and opened every man's sack. And he searched, and he began at the eldest, and left at the youngest. And the cup was found in Benjamin's sack. And they rent their clothes. Oh no, they got caught again. What's going on, Nicholas? How you doing, man? And then they rent their clothes, and laden every man his ass, and returned to the city. And Judah and his brethren came to Joseph's house, for he was yet there, and he fell before him on the ground. Joseph said unto them, What deed is this ye have done? Boy, he's putting it on him, isn't he? Rot ye not with such a man as I can certainly divine? And Judah said, What shall we say unto my Lord? What shall we speak? Or how shall we clear ourselves? God hath found out the iniquity of thy servant? Behold, we are my Lord's servants, both we and also whom the cup is found. And he said, God forbid that I should go do so. But the man in whose hands the cup is found, he shall be my servant. And as for you, get up in peace unto your father. And then Judah knew that his head was on the chopping block. Judah knew. And Judah came near unto him and said, O my Lord, let thy servant, I pray thee, I speak a word in my Lord's ear, and let not thine anger burn against thy servant. For thou art even as Pharaoh. My Lord asked his servant, saying, Have ye father or a brother? And we say unto you, and unto my Lord, We have a father, an old man, and a child of his old age, and a little one, and his brother is dead. So they're talking about Joseph. He left alone of his mother, and his father loveth him. And thou sayest unto my servant, Bring him down unto me, that I might set my eyes upon him. And we say, My Lord, the lad cannot leave thy father, for if he should leave his father would die. Oh, Joseph, yeah, Israel be so bummed out. Hey, Jester, how are you? Yeah, this keeps getting better and better. Keeps getting better and better, folks. Thou sayest unto thy servant, except, hey, Jestro or Jock or anybody who's still here, have you guys read all the way through the Bible before? If so, put it in the comments. Yeah, I read it all the way through. Or read it all the way through with me this year. We maybe should speed it up. Things are getting crazy. And thou sayest unto thy servants, Except your youngest brother come down with you, ye shall see my face no more. And it came to pass, when we came up, thy servant, thy father, we told him these words of my Lord. And our father said, Go again and buy us a little food. And we said, We cannot go down if our youngest brother be with us. And we will go down, for we may not see the man's face, except our youngest brother be with us. And thy servant, my father, he said unto us, Ye know that my wife bare us 2 sons, and that the one went out from me, and said, Surely he is torn to pieces, and I saw him not since. And if ye take him also from me, and mischief befall him, he shall bring down my gray hairs with sorrow to the grave. It would just kill me. That's what he said. It would just kill me. Oh, right on. Okay, cool. So this is Genesis 44, and I'm, let's say verse 30 here. Now therefore I come, thy servants, and my father, and the lad be not with us, seeing that his life is bound up in his lad's life. It shall come to pass, when he seeth that the lad is not with us, he will die. And thy servant shall bring down thy gray hairs on the servants of our father's sorrow in the grave. For thy servant became a surety. So Judah's saying that it was going to be on his head. For thy servant became surety unto the lad of my father, saying, If I bring him not unto thee, I shall bear the blame to my father forever. Now therefore I pray thee, thy servant, instead of the lad, a bondman unto my Lord, let the lad go up with his brethren. For how shall I go up unto my father, and the lad be not with me, lest peradventure I see the evil that shall come on my father. Then Joseph could not refrain himself. Joseph couldn't keep it in anymore. Joseph could not refrain himself before all them, and stood by them. He cried, Because every man go out from me, and there stood no man with him. While Joseph made himself known to his brethren, and he wept aloud, and the Egyptians of the house heard. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph, doth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. Can you imagine? The evil you did, all coming right back to you. All the emotions that you would have had, because the whole head of the land has got you. He's got you. He's got you. He's got a little brother, everybody. For they troubled his presence, and Joseph said unto his brother, Come near me, I pray ye. And they came near, and he said, I am Joseph your brother, whom ye sold into Egypt. Now therefore be not grieved nor angry with yourself that ye sold me hither. For God did send me before you to preserve life. So guess what? It was God. It was not their wickedness. God was using their, what's that? The sneakiest sin. The sneakiest sin. Sneakiest sin there is covetousness. He used that covetousness, and sent Joseph into Egypt to preserve life. For the 2 years the family had been in the land, there are yet 5 years, in which these shall neither be earing or harvest. And God sent me before you to preserve you, a posterity in the earth, and to save lives by great deliverance. So now it was not you that sent me hither, but God, and he hath made me a father to Pharaoh, and a lord out of his house, and a ruler throughout the land of Egypt. Haste ye, go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus saith thy son, and Joseph, and God had made me Lord of Egypt. Come down to me, tarry not. So go up there, grab your father, come down, and don't waste any time. And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, and thou shalt and thy children, and thy children's children, and thy flocks, and thy herds, and that all thou hast. And there I will nourish thee, for yet there are 5 years of famine, lest thou and thy household and all that thou hast be come to poverty. And behold, your eyes, my brother Benjamin, that it is my mouth that speaketh unto you. And ye shall tell my father all my glory in Egypt, and all that ye have seen, and shall haste, and bring down unto my father hither. And it fell upon his brother Benjamin's neck, and he wept, and Benjamin wept upon his neck. Though they're actually the brother's blood. So Joseph and Benjamin. Moreover, he kissed his brethren, and wept upon him after his brethren talked with him. And the fame therefore was heard in Pharaoh's house. So even Pharaoh heard about this, saying, Joseph's brethren are come, and it pleased Pharaoh well, and his servants. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, Say unto thy brethren, Go ye, lade the beasts, and go ye get to the land of Canaan, and take your father and your household, and come unto me, and I will give ye the good of the land in Egypt, and ye shall eat the fat of the land. Now thou art commanded, do this, take the wagons out of the land of Egypt for your little ones, and for your wives, and bring your father to come. And also regard not your stuffs, for the good of the land of Egypt is yours. And the children of Israel did so. And Joseph gave them wagons, according to the commandments of Pharaoh, and he gave them a provision for the way. To all of the man he gave changes of raiment. Changes of raiment. Your garments, man. Clean garments. Clean garments means following his commandments. Okay, so he gave them clean garments. Okay, what's that? I think that he had forgiven them. He had forgiven them. He'd forgiven them. The sins that they did upon Joseph. He'd forgiven them, given them clean garments. And to his father's mother, okay, but to Benjamin he gave 500 pieces of silver and 5 changes of raiments. So Benjamin will be able to just stay clean. And his father he had sent after his manner, the 10 asses laden with the good things, and the 10 she-asses laden with corn and bread and meat for the father by the way. Okay, so he pretty much sent the moving services, Egyptian moving services, up to Canaan to get his family back down here. Okay, when I think of that raiment, okay, remember the parable of the king's wedding. And he sent people out. What happened? He sent people out, by the way, because people were too busy for the wedding. People were too busy for the wedding. Okay? Don't be too busy for the wedding. Okay, so, and what happened? That guy came, and he wasn't dressed for the wedding. The guy came, he wasn't dressed for the wedding. The king says, what's up, man? I sent the people out there to invite you to the wedding, but you showed up, and you were in dirty clothes. Then weeping and gnashing of teeth. Take him away. And weeping and gnashing of teeth. Not having the clean raiment. Okay, so he sent his brother away, and they departed, and he said unto them, see that ye fall not by the way, not out of the way. Oh, see that ye fall not out by the way. Wow, okay. And they went up into Egypt, and they came back to the land of Canaan unto Jacob the father. Bring them back to me, yes. And he told them, saying, Joseph is yet alive, and he is the governor of all the land of Egypt. And Jacob's heart fainted, for he believed them not. And they told him all the words Joseph which said unto him. And he saw the wagons, and Joseph sent to carry him. And the spirit of Jacob their father was revived. And Israel said, is it enough that Joseph my son is yet alive? Will I go to see him before I die? So they went back up there. Israel, Jacob, can't hardly believe it. But he is so happy he's going to see his son. And he's not only going to see his son, he's going to see his son with clean raiments and the blessing of the land. All right. So that is day 27. I read the Blue Letter Bible app, Bible in a Year, and it's chronological. Okay, so they put it together where we're going to be reading Genesis, and then we're going to read Exodus, and then we're going to get into Kings and Chronicles. But when we're getting into Kings and Chronicles, it throws the prophets in there at the right times. So it makes it more like a story. It's easier to follow, and you can understand it. You can understand the Bible if you obey his commandments. And he prays to the Father and gives you the second comforter. The second comforter is the Spirit of truth that the world can't have. Go read John 14, verse 15 through 17, and the Spirit of truth that the world can't have, but you can have it. All right, people. Joseph is reunited with his brothers. Praise Yah. Okay, so that is day 27. Blue Letter Bible app, Bible in a Year.